just going to put the couple of sprigs of thyme and oregano in the pestle and mortar. Good squeeze of lemon juice. Put in a clove of garlic. Just take the skin off. And then a good glug of olive oil. Season it with some salt to create a bit of a paste and some pepper. And I'm just going to pound it together just to release all those lovely flavours from the herbs and from the garlic. I'm using a pestle and mortar just because it contains everything all in there and it's easier to actually bash the flavours out. Okay, now straight over the top of the fish. And this is when you want to get your fingers in and get really messy. Just mix everything together. Try and get as much of that flavour inside the fish as possible. And you just want to leave this for about half an hour or an hour if you've got the time for all that flavour to really absorb into the fish. And I have one that I've already got here, which has just taken on that flavour. It won't look any different, but the flavour will really be noticeable when you actually have the cooked dish. Now, because I've already put oil in the marinade, I don't need to put any oil on there. I'm just going to put them straight on, and you can hear them sizzle. Probably in total about 5 minutes. Just want to turn them halfway through cooking. As long as they're cooked through and look lovely and golden on the outside, they'll be an absolute delight to eat. Now, to serve with these gorgeous sardines, I'm going to do a salad. I have some cream cheese and some natural yoghurt, some lemon juice, some cucumber, spring onion and mint. So I'm going to make a creamy dressing. I'm going to mix together the cream cheese and a low-fat natural yoghurt, a pinch of salt, a twist of pepper, and a good squeeze of lemon juice, and then just mix together. And this is the basic base of your sauce. So I've got the dressing made, literally the nice creamy texture that it's got. Sit that to one side, and now I'm going to chop up some spring onions, just about half a bunch. I just want to fairly thinly slice them. Try and make sure they don't all run around the kitchen. And then for the cucumber, I'm going to leave the seeds in and the skin on with the cucumber. Some people like to take the skin off, some people like to take the seeds out. I think it's just nice to keep all those flavours together. Roughly chop it into sort of a biggish chunk and then straight into the bowl with the dressing and the spring onions. Now I'm just going to turn over my fish. I think it's had long enough on one side. I'm going to check the underside first. It wants to be nice and golden. It's had about, that's lovely, it's had probably about 4 or 5 minutes on one side. So you can turn it over carefully because it will be really delicate. I'm just going to leave those to cook for another 4 or 5 minutes on the other side, and by then it'll be wonderfully tender and completely cooked through. Now onto this dressing, let's just give it a mix around. And finally I'm just going to add some mint. So it's sort of got a real Mediterranean flavour with it being the yoghurt and the mint and the cucumber, wonderfully fresh and summery. I'm just going to finely chop this. I'm just going to keep this really light, so it's nice for a lunchtime or just a simple supper. I'll just mix it all together, and there you have your creamy cucumber dressing. I think the fish is ready to serve. Fish is literally falling off the bone, so you know that it's perfectly cooked through. Wonderfully tender and juicy with all that flavour from the marinade. Let's stick, I'll be generous, I'll put 3 on a plate. And then a nice spoonful of our salad. And I think it wouldn't be complete without a wedge of lemon just on the side to squeeze over the top. So there we have our delicious grilled sardines with a creamy cucumber salad.